Right, well, welcome back, everybody. Of course, this is Patrick Christys in for Nigel Farage. Now, on today's Talking Pints, it's a special one, this, OK? It's Tony Topic. Now, he has 40 years of experience in dealing with the phenomena of UFOs and has even seen them himself. Tony, welcome.
Hello.
And cheers.
Cheers, matey.
Now,
yes,
we got you a beer, but we decided that we couldn't quite be bothered to open it, unfortunately. But, maybe I should try and...
That's an issue, isn't it? You
crack
know.
it open now, by the way.
Oh, well done, son. Well done. You can do... Oh!
OK,
goal.
there we go. There's a beer there for you.
Thank you,
anyway,
mate.
So, UFOs. Now, you believe in them. You've seen them.
Oh, yes. It's more than a belief. It's an experience that's kind of haunted me for a very long time. I wouldn't call it a peaceful path if I was a spiritual person. The path of studying UFOs and being involved with it is not a peaceful path, mate. Not a peaceful path.
Now, you claim to have footage, don't you?
Yes, mate, yeah. I've had footage for many a year. I've filmed them for many a year. I think the major footage began in 1999, and I mean, that's been wheeled on British TV. It's an oldie but a goldie where a UFO comes in and illuminates a TV antenna.
Right.
And
well, we've got so we're going to watch this footage now. If you're listening on radio, Tony, you talk us through.
Okay. So what we've got there coming in is what's known as a UAP, an unidentified aerial phenomena.
It's a light in the sky.
Yeah, it's a light in the sky. Now, it's not a plane because I've studied air traffic control and I wanted to study air traffic control qualifications. Now, I know that that's not a plane and I know it's not on any approach corridor. Normally, they would check in via Wharton at Southport Pier, you see. But that isn't. That's actually a UAP, an unidentified aerial phenomena. So it is unidentified, it is aerial. We don't know what the hell it is, because compared to an unidentified flying object, which is like more solid. Now, these things have been interacting with various people, and we could put a label on that. We could put a label on people who are in communication with them or are having mysterious experiences with them, because there is a connection between UAP and mysterious experiences.
Now, one thing that I'm interested about, so I've interviewed numerous times the Master-at-Arms, the USS Nimitz, right, which was that it was the United States warship. Okay.
Yes.
Now, by the way, a lot of people, I understand this, right, a lot of people might say, you know, it's a bit kooky to talk about UFOs. So I'm not saying that I absolutely believe in aliens and I absolutely believe that aliens have been here. I'm open to the idea, right? I'm open to the idea. And I think you'd be silly not to be, right? There's a lot of weird stuff out there, OK? And I think it's actually more mental to write it off completely.
It is, mate.
In my opinion.
Yeah.
But I can't help but wonder whether or not we're on the verge of a bit of an announcement. It seems to me like we're being primed. Stuff like the USS Nimitz. China tweeted something pretty weird the other day about, like, we think we might have had some contact, and then they deleted it straight away. Then Barack Obama admits, obviously, Area 51 exists, which we've all known for a long time. But I just can't help but feel as though we're on the verge of someone sitting us down one day and saying, OK, all right, aliens exist.
There's only me and you here and nobody watching us, is that correct? Nobody's watching, right. Let me let you into a little secret, my son. The thing with it is that actually it's more about, I believe, a civil information war going on within the ranks of the Pentagon. What one element of the Pentagon knows about the phenomena and what one element of the Pentagon doesn't. In fact, if you look at somebody called...
Why is it all America, by the way? Sorry.
Oh, it's not. I'm coming to Admiral Hill Norton, British.
I'll let you
So I don't know how old you are, matey, but 30, yeah. Well, I don't know if you know him, but there was a guy called Admiral Hill Norton.
OK.
Admiral Hill Norton was the first Sea Lord, Secretary of NATO. He was involved in NATO. Can't remember his precise role. Very senior. He indicated in public that he was locked out of information to do with the UFO phenomena. Now, I've spoken to people in the military who have high security clearance, and even their clearance is not high enough to understand the UFO phenomena. So, as for an announcement, no, it's suppressed. And that's the issue that the Pentagon and maybe governments are dealing with, that there's something oppressive with it.
But you claim to have had a UFO encounter properly, obviously. That was the video that we saw your UFO encounter?
It was, but there's one of many. There's a whole... you see, I do it for historical narrative. So I do it so that future generations, when I've popped my clogs, matey, can look at this and go, well, was it, is it, you know. In some cases, I've got it wrong. In some cases, it's been an aeroplane. In some cases, it's been a satellite. Luckily for me, I have people who analyse my footage, who verify it, and that's what makes me unique, you see. And therefore, from my encounters, I started doing digital artwork that inspires me due to the aerial phenomena and alien phenomena that is behind it.
Now, our radio listeners won't be able to see this, obviously, but there's some artwork now on our screens, and this is your artwork.
It is. That's mine.
Talk me through
that one there in particular. Just stop it there, because that's a very special image for me.
Leave it there, everybody.
All right. I'll tell you the story, and I make no apology for saying this in public, but at the time, I went through a phase where I was looking after my mother. She had dementia, bless her heart. And at times, I was up at 3 and 4 in the morning with her, looking after her. It was bad. I lost everything. Moved to Southport, lost the house I lived in, needed major hernia surgery at the same time. I was a broken man. That there is symbolic of a UFO incident that happened in the Marine Lake, Southport, where a triangle came over me with 3 pink lights on it, and appeared for about 10 seconds and then went off again. And a few days later, there was confirmation of who was behind that craft. And she wasn't human, mate. And I can't get my head around it. And the thing that I'll add a caveat as well, because it sounds weird.
Well, it does sound a bit.
And not only that, when I look at my narrative, I'm talking to you now, and a voice in my head goes, this is a bit weird, Tony.
Well, it is.
This is a bit weird. Are you sure about this?
Some people might think you're a bit.
Yeah, some people might think. So therefore, we have to have the caveat that A, did I actually see something? B, is it some sort of military intelligence service of a foreign power larking around with technology that is mind invasive? Or C, did it genuinely happen? And I think, in fairness to you and the viewers, and it's a privilege for me to sit here, I must say, and you interview me, I think that you've got to have these caveats, and you have to have the door open. Could it be some sort of mental autism that is triggering this phenomena in me and seeing these things? Or is it genuine? And I'm a man who's trying to come to terms with these experiences. I've had them all my life, mate. You see, so we're open.
Well, that's fair enough.
Is that fair enough? So we're open to the possibility. Is it a mental health issue? Is it real? You know, these are the options.
Things like, not saying that you've got this, but things like frontal lobe epilepsy have been linked to visions or whatever.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
But you know what? Can I just say, it's been an absolute pleasure to have you on. Mm-hmm. And for anyone, by the way, who's listening or watching it at home, who thinks, oh, this is a bit of a weird, it's a bit kooky or it's a bit woo or whatever. Well, I'll tell you what, you know, it just might not be. Right, it just might not be.
It isn't.
And I'm willing to entertain the idea that maybe, just maybe, we've had a satellite that we've lobbed out there into deep outer space, and it's sent back these brilliant pictures, these phenomenal pictures of different galaxies, different kind of almost, you know, solar systems, etc. Okay. It's made me think, are we arrogant enough to think we're the only things out there?
That's right, mate.
Right, cheers.
Thank you, buddy.
Thank you very, very much.
Oh, no, you're very welcome.
You look after yourself, Tony.
Thank you, mate.
Thank you very much. Tony Topping there, who's come all the way from Southport to talk to you fair people of GB News. Thank you very, very much. Right, OK, ladies and gentlemen, well, we've got loads coming your way very, very shortly. I am actually back on for another hour. Yes, I'm covering for Farage, I'm covering for Mark Stein. I'll cover anything. I need the money. I'll see you in a sec.
Well, thank you, mate, for...
Oh, OK, fair enough. Well, it turns out I need the money even more because I've still got to talk. One viewer has asked us, why are the potential PMs only peddling the tax cut spill, apparently? So far, I don't think that one has said anything about immigration. Absolutely, yes, that's completely true. That's completely true. I've wondered where or not they are on... He's back again, Tony. Yes, go on.
Who do you think, out of the Conservative leadership, would chase the invading alien horde with a laser gun? It's the beer, mate. It's the beer.
Yeah, well, he's only had 3 sips of it. I think if they took one look at Liz Truss, they'd run a mile.
I think that actually. Okay. I was thinking that. Yeah.
All right, that's quite enough of that.